Today I'll be talking about animal testing. Animal testing has been used throughout the years for many of reasons. Today I'm going to be covering mostly the cosmetic side. Although testing has not only just been used for the cosmetic side, but as well as medicine. In medicine, they are used for surgical procedures, drugs, pain relievers, most of the evolution of medicine, to be honest. In the cosmetic side, it is used to find harmful chemicals that we put on our bodies every single day, and so we can eliminate those before the products go out to the humans. 17 to 22 million animals yearly are put to the use of animal testing, and with that they go through rigorous tests, not only for cosmetics but also medicine, to see if the procedures we're trying to use are able to be used on humans. With that, we run into a lot of complications. Animal DNA and human DNA are very different. A lot of times we'll use rats and mice for cosmetic purposes, but the downside of that is human DNA and rat DNA are very different. With that being said, a controversial take is, why are we using animal testing if rats and humans are very different? Well, they're very different in some ways, but for the most part, if they have a reaction to something, then humans will most likely have a reaction as well. With that though, many of the animals who are used for testing pass away. A lot of the animals are kept in inhumane places and living situations. Many of the animals are, in a way, tortured for the purpose of testing. Animals go through these rigorous tests, and if products are found harmful, they can die from them. Therefore, on the positive side, we know those products we can't use for human purposes, but so we eliminate those products. But on the downside, we are losing animal lives. Many debate this topic, saying they'd rather lose an animal life than a human life, but either way, a life is a life. The US, Japan, and China are the top users of animal testing. And even though a lot of times we do not test on animals in the United States, we import products that are from countries that do test on animals. Although animal testing is very useful in the way of, until all our alternatives become more improved, so we can for sure show that the alternatives to animal testing can be 100% every time in what products will be not harmful to humans. Animal testing in place has a higher accuracy. With that, animals throughout the year have found, throughout years and years of history, have found harmful chemicals that were causing cancers and just causing a lot of things to go wrong in cosmetics specifically, and the harmful chemicals we were putting into our bodies. Thanks to animal testing, we were able to eliminate those within the testing, which has helped improve our cosmetics industry. Although animal testing is very inhumane, at the same time it has done so much for our medicine. Without animal testing, our surgery procedures would not be where they are now, and nor our medicine. So animal testing has done a lot of good for the future. But if we put more money into furthering alternatives, like there's a process where you can take DNA cells and kind of create fake DNA cells in a way, and we can use those to test on, since it would be more similar to humans than it would be animals. Or human tissue donations are also able to. So if companies are not comfortable with using alternatives to animal testing, they can use the alternative of human tissue. So we are still using humans to test on, rather than like alternatives where it's really hard to see a reaction because the techniques are still evolving. That we could use actual human tissue to see if a human would have a reaction compared to an animal. 80% of the large brands, cosmetic brands and medicine, all that, they still use animal testing. So with that, millions of animals are dying a year due to this testing. Animals that get tested on would be the monkeys, bunnies are a big one, and rats, mice, and pigs as well. But many species of animals get tested on. It is not just exclusive to those. And at stores, to help counteract animal testing, using products that don't test on animals, basically they either do alternative tests, or they don't use products that could possibly cause a reaction. So they use, for the most part, clean products that wouldn't cause a reaction. So on the back of products, they have to disclose of whether they test on animals or not, which I believe is a recent thing that they made a law. So companies have to put a little logo on the back. I believe it looks like a bunny in a way, and that is how you can tell if a company tests on animals. If you're not 100% sure, you can also always look up a brand if they animal test, because brands do have to disclose in one way or another whether they test on animals. And doing research can help lower your consuming of products tested on animals, which then can lower the funding towards animal testing. Therefore, more brands will have to switch to alternatives to animal testing, which alternatives to animal testing can also be cheaper than animal testing itself. So next time you're shopping, if you want to help save animals from inhumane testing and the struggles they go through without reasoning, then look for the little logo on the back of products and keep an eye out for those, and it will tell you whether they test on animals or not. Thank you for listening to my speech.